Welcome to YLC, the Young Leaders Committee that promotes and grows youth leadership that ensures the future leaders lead from today by educating and inspiring them to soar higher and higher.
Welcome to the Young Leaders Committee, the leadership channel for growing and supporting leaders in all spheres of life. We want to inform you that it's an exciting experience to be in our Young Leaders International Forum. It's growing by the day, and we invite you to join. Just scan this QR code and follow the prompts. We are still on the series Team Dynamics and Development. Today, we will focus on delegating tasks. A tree cannot make a forest. Neither can a man be an island. Two are always better than one. And these axioms come true when people collaborate and work together. On the other hand, working together achieves more with delegation of functions. Some do so mainly when they are hard hit. That is, they delegate only when they seem to have no choice. In this video, we will examine the meanings and essence of delegation with the intent to highlight what leaders who scarcely delegate miss or experience. What is delegation? Delegation is the transfer of responsibility for specific tasks from one person to another. It is the act of empowering to act for another, according to Merriam-Webster. It is the act of delegating a particular job, duty, right, and so on to someone, according to Cambridge Dictionary. Wikipedia says, delegation is the process of distributing and trusting work to another person. Wikipedia goes further to say, in management or leadership within an organization, delegation involves a manager aiming to efficiently distribute work, decision-making, and responsibility to subordinate workers in that organization. There are types of delegation, and we'll look at them. 1. General delegation. This is when the subordinate is asked to take full responsibility of the office of the superior. The word office is used rather than task here because the person is taking over all the responsibilities of that office beyond just a task or two. Specific delegation is the next. This is the most common type, which is the assigning of a task or certain tasks downward to a subordinate, so that the leader in question can have more time to do jobs the subordinate may not be in the position to perform. Next, formal delegation. This is when a leader deliberately and willingly assigns a task to a subordinate with appropriate authority to discharge the assigned responsibility. Next one, informal delegation. This is of two main types. 1, when jobs are assigned, possibly to a worker who is not in that team. The leader goes outside the official protocol to personally assign responsibility outside the team, unofficially. The second is when a subordinate recognizes a need, takes some steps, and eventually gets the consent of the leader concerned. Next, compelled delegation. Compelled delegation could be when a leader demands that their subordinate sends out a pending task, so it could be done immediately to save a possible ugly outcome. Let's illustrate this. A is a top manager. B works under A. C and D are subordinates to B. B has so much responsibility that he ought to delegate some to C and D, but he is dragging his feet over it. Then his superior A comes and gives an instruction, gives a directive, demanding that B assigns some of the responsibilities to C and D. But there's another version of it. Leaders can be compelled by circumstances to assign tasks to subordinates. So we have compelled delegation. Next, willing delegation. This is when a leader factors delegation into his plan, possibly from the outset, and assigns the responsibility at the appropriate time. Having done this, let's go to the second part of this video. Delegation tips for managers and leaders. And here we are going to use much of the material of Lauren Landry. This section can be variously termed strategies, some will call it approaches, steps, and so on, or guidelines. It depends on the individual. But whatever it is, they are essentials that leaders ought to take note of before delegating. Number one, it's a fairly long list, but we'll go through it. Be certain why you want to delegate. Have it clear in your mind. Why do I want to delegate? Some leaders delegate based on one or more of the following, according to Wikipedia. Wikipedia gave us a short list, which we will present here. 1, to free themselves up to do some other tasks. It could be to have a very qualified person make the decisions. Usually, a number of top leaders have more than one subordinate. And these subordinates are often specialists who are very knowledgeable in specific areas of the job, and they even advise their superiors. It could be to seek another qualified person's perspective or approach on an issue. And it could also be to develop someone else's ability to handle the additional assignments judiciously and successfully. Now, tip number 2. Identify and decide on tasks to delegate. Because it is not every task that should be delegated. We are going to look at that later as we go on in this video. So, hiring the right talent and knowing each employee's strengths and weaknesses will ultimately make you, the leader, better at assigning deliverables and transferring responsibilities to the appropriate team members. Tip number 3. Assign tasks and provide clear instructions. Most times, assigning tasks involves writing down the responsibility with clear instructions. This will ensure that the subordinate has something to refer to. Number 4 tip. Play to your employees' strengths and goals. Identify their strengths and professional goals and leverage such to advantage. 5, define the desired outcome. Don't just dump work on a subordinate. Take time to clarify its nature, its context, relevance, and tie it to the overall organizational goals. Number 6 tip, provide the right resources and level of authority. Before you delegate work, ascertain whether the employee needs specific training, specific resources, or authority to complete the assigned project. These 3 should normally be available before you assign responsibilities. Tip number 7. Establish a clear communication channel between both of you, such that any of you can get across to the other. Your subordinates should feel comfortable asking questions and providing updates on progress, while you also can check for progress at any time. Number 8 tip. Allow for failure and new approaches. Your subordinate may introduce approaches that are different from yours, so long as the desired outcome is realizable. Please allow it. Number 9. Avoid micromanagement. Though leaders are expected to give instructions when delegating assignments, the instructions should not be so detailed as to avert or stifle the initiative of your subordinate. Number 10, accountability. Depending on the organization or task, a superior, a leader may hold a subordinate accountable. That is, require the subordinate to give report on performance or answer for any mistake or fault. But eventually, it is the superior, it is the leader who is responsible to management. 11. Monitoring progress. Put in place standards and systems for monitoring when you delegate. 12. Be patient with your subordinates to whom you delegate tasks. They may use a longer time than you do for the same task. Please be patient. If you flash back, you may realize that when you also started, you may have used the same length of time, and then with time you gain speed. Even if it's not so, please be patient with them and assist them with knowledge that can help them achieve set goals. Tip number 13. Give and also ask for feedback. When job is completed and handed back to you, encourage your subordinate to give feedback freely and objectively. And then after going through the submitted assignment, you also have the responsibility to give constructive feedback. This will enhance future delegation. Number 14. Take cognizance of the regular tasks of the employees to whom you assign part of your responsibility. Be conscious of the fact that they already have their job schedules. So manage it in ways that will reduce conflicts and make future delegation a delight. Finally, number 15. Provide context and guidance, but avoid micromanaging. State the need to complete the task and state its relevance to the team's overall success. Give deadlines and priorities. Give relevant documents and details, necessary tools and resources. State goals and expected outcomes, related work, and the authority to act, as well as the limits. We want to now look at benefits or advantages of delegation. Generally, delegation benefits leaders, employees, and the organization. The benefits include increased productivity, employee development and empowerment, improved time management, stronger team dynamics, and a more resilient and innovative workforce. By freeing up a leader's time for strategic tasks and building trust within the team, delegation leads to a more efficient, satisfied, and high-achieving work environment. We want to look at the advantages and benefits in some details. Let's first look at benefits of delegation for leaders. It frees up time. We said this in passing. When that is achieved, managers can focus on core responsibilities, strategic planning, and high-level tasks. Number two, it develops skills. Usually, delegation goes with coaching or training of some sort. It's an avenue leaders have to coach, build trust, and improve their own communication and decision-making skills. Third benefit for leaders, it reduces stress. Sharing duties helps to prevent burnout and overwork. It fosters a more balanced work environment. Let's now look at the benefits of delegation for employees. 1. Skill development and growth. Delegation provides opportunities to learn new skills, gain experience, and develop personal capabilities. Next, empowerment and motivation. Delegation fosters a sense of trust and value, which boosts morale, job satisfaction, and confidence. Third benefit, career advancement. Delegation prepares employees for future leadership roles by giving them opportunities to take on more responsibilities. Fourth, increased engagement. Delegation makes employees feel more connected to the business and motivated to contribute to its success. Let's now look at benefits of delegation for the organization. We have seen benefits of delegation for the leader, benefits of delegation for the workers, and now we want to look at benefits of delegation for the organization. 1. Increased productivity. With delegation, tasks are completed more efficiently and effectively by assigning them to the individuals with the most appropriate skills. That increases the productivity level of the organization. Next, improved decision making. Delegation involves more people in the decision-making process and therefore leads to better outcomes and innovation. Thirdly, enhances business continuity. Delegation creates a more resilient organization by developing a team of skilled individuals who can cover responsibilities when a manager is unavailable. Next, fosters a positive culture. Delegation builds a culture of trust, cooperation, and enthusiasm that is vital for long-term success. Next, it drives innovation. Delegation encourages creativity and the sharing of new ideas, contributing to business growth and development. Next, it supports succession planning. Delegation produces a pool of highly qualified and capable employees. This makes it easier to fill future leadership positions. Let's run through a few others of the benefits of delegating. Delegation builds a culture of trust. It builds engagement among team members. It helps leaders achieve a better work-life balance and creates a positive business culture overall. That takes us to challenges of not delegating. And we also look at why some leaders fail to delegate. What are some challenges of not delegating? Failing to delegate when there is real need is a serious issue that should not be tolerated. It should be discountenanced. First, why do leaders fail or refuse to delegate? We are going to look at a list. The list may not be exhaustive. Number one, perfectionist tendency. This is when the leader wants everything done perfectly. And the truth is that very often it's a desire to get things done their own way. Two, fear of failure. This is fear that the person to delegate the task to might fail. And so you have not proved it. Even if you have proved it, give the person another chance. Number three, inexperienced subordinates. When there is clear evidence that the subordinates do not have what is required for some task, it will be difficult for leaders to delegate functions. Four, systemic issues. This is when there are some organizational challenges, that is, demands and traditions that impede delegation. And so leaders have difficulty delegating responsibilities. Number five, not knowing what they can delegate that will actually feel helpful to them. Ignorance, lack of knowledge. Six, not understanding what responsibilities could be a growth opportunity for members of their team. Seven, not having role models who have shown them how to delegate successfully. They didn't learn it from people, and so they have difficulty practicing it. Number eight, worry that delegating will make them look like they don't know what they are doing. There are endless reasons and excuses why leaders don't delegate. Let's look at a few of the excuses that some leaders have given. One, I'm not sure any of my team members are ready or prepared to do this work. Excuse number two, it will take longer to explain how to do this than to just do it myself. Excuse number three, I'm not sure anyone on my team can do this the very good way I can do it. Number four excuse, I don't want to overburden my staff. Number five excuse, when I have more time, I can teach team members how to do this. But for now, I just need to get it done. Number six, if I delegate too much, I may lose respect. My peers and my own leadership team may start to see me as not very important in the system. But the question we want to ask is this: are there negative consequences for not delegating responsibilities? Yes, there are. Flip the benefits around, and that's a catalog of consequences. And to this list, we can add the fact that there are conflicts. It can give rise to conflicts of different types. Some may be expressed, some may be bottled up. Again, possible shrink in performance and output. And again, retarded growth of employees and workers and lower level leaders, as their ingenuity may not be tested with higher level jobs. Next, challenge in filling higher level positions, since those below do not have a taste of these positions via delegation. Finally, sustained stress due to pressure of work on leaders who do not delegate. I want to end this video on a personal philosophy. I title it A Model Delegation Approach. I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to reconsider the practice of assigning tasks to leaders or their departments. For many organizations, it is known that the offices probably have statutory job schedules. Yes, that's okay. There may be fixed tasks assigned either annually and reviewed regularly or occasionally. Whichever is the case, we think it is pertinent to put tasks in the following three categories. I want to suggest three categories. The highest level of jobs should be tagged jobs to be done by the officer. These are tasks that cannot and must not be delegated by any means. They may require a high level of secrecy, knowledge and experience, special information that may not be available to subordinates or that are not supposed to be given to others. It's also possible that a particular level of proficiency is required, which only the occupant has. In a sense, these could be responsibilities to be discharged in consultation with the officer's superior. Category number 2, jobs that could be done by the officer. These are tasks meant for this particular office, but where circumstances dictate otherwise, they could be assigned, but not without close monitoring, instructions, and possibly training. They certainly would demand close monitoring. We think that the third and lowest level of jobs could be titled jobs to be delegated and supervised. From the outset, these should be marked as tasks to be assigned, or tasks to be done by the officer if there is much time or the subordinate has unforeseen and unavoidable challenges. A moral management question here is, then why put it in this officer's job portfolio when it is to be delegated? The answer seems obvious and procedural. By ranking, the tasks here should be under the officer we are talking about. But by level of performance, it could be assigned, and it could be a means of bringing up subordinate staff to fill that position in the future. Quite against general management practice, I question the rationale behind delegating the duties of an officer when it's not so marked from the beginning. Does it show foresight? Does it show good planning? Did the organization really expect the leader in question to do that job? What's the basis of delegation? Is it unforeseen circumstances? Tasks for offices should be weighted before they are assigned. Then delegation should be on the basis of challenges. But if so marked from the beginning, then delegation meets expectations. We want to avoid indiscriminate delegation of responsibility, even though we are comfortable and agree with the principle and practice of delegation. In view of the foregoing, we propose a fourth class of jobs. I mentioned 3, I want to propose a fourth one. And this fourth one should rank above the 3 mentioned. That should be jobs delegated by the superior. It should be there in every officer's schedule. It doesn't seem a good leadership attitude to assign jobs to subordinates that have not planned for. So let it be there. It might disorient their schedules and negatively impact their performance. Since leadership demands planning, we are asking that this should be the way to go about with delegation. Thank you for your time. Did you pick anything new? Then share this video to somebody and like our channel. Do you disagree with any thoughts expressed here? Is there something you would like us to know? Any questions you have to ask? Please send them to the comment section or send them to us via our email address. We want to remind you again, our international forum has commenced. This might be the mentoring platform you have long desired. It's a rare opportunity and it can help you rise to the zenith of your career. Once again, thank you. Thumbs up. See you at the next session.